No mai, haere mai, and welcome to Te Rauplaha Arena and Porirua for the Sal's NBL Elimination Final. The Mills Albert Wellington Saints, the reigning champs, playing host to the night and day Otago Nuggets. I'm Brenton Vanessa-Roy. With me in commentary is Troy McLean, who's a bit more nervous than normal because the Sal's NBL trophy is in front of him. He won it 6 times. Why are you so nervous, Troy?
In 2021, I accidentally dropped it. It was a little bit slippery from all the champagne that we were drinking in the changing room. So that has been repaired, so I'm happy about that.
Good to see. Yeah, that's what they are playing for, of course, the Sal's NBL trophy. The Saints have won it 13 times, the reigning champions. The Nuggets, who have won it in recent times as well, looking to reclaim it once more. Here's your chance to vote for who you think will win this evening, the Wellington Saints or the Otago Nuggets. Get in your vote, scan the QR code or go to yourshout.vote to get your picks in for who you will think will win this evening. Both sides coming in very closely matched on the ladder. The Saints in 4th, the Otago Nuggets in 5th. A bit of a disparity as far as wins and losses go. The Saints upsetting, of course, the Southland Sharks' quest to get top spot in their final regular season game, while the Otago Nuggets have been locked into that 5th spot for quite some time, and they've been able to rest a few players for their final round game, which was a benefit for them coming into this evening, as we see the sides who unfortunately just missed out on the Sal's NBL finals, which we started, of course, last night. The Southland Sharks with the first win to advance to the Final Four. Now we wait and see who will advance to the Final Four this evening. Here you see the Saints or Nuggets will meet the Auckland Tuatara, who eventually claimed top spot in the semi-finals. That will be on Saturday afternoon, while on Sunday, the second place Rams await the Sharks after their win, a comeback win over the Tauranga Whai in Invercargill last night.
Yeah, great rebound win for the Sharks.
Yeah, it certainly was. After it would have been quite an upset for them if they went from first on the ladder to straight out in the finals, as we see the Otago Nuggets starting 5. Tata Piace, Tuash, Mola, Rusbach and Louis are their starting 5. And I caught up with their coach, Jeff Sparrow, a short time ago. All right, Coach, finals have arrived. The Nuggets ready?
Oh, we're ready. We're ready, for sure. It's been a long time, a long journey, but that's why we showed up March 9th before everybody else to get to this point, so we're ready.
Yeah, did it help knowing that the finals were secure, 5th place was secure going into that final round, so you could prepare for a fortnight for tonight?
Yeah, that was a blessing. We had guys that were banged up, so it just gave us an opportunity to really rest guys, and hopefully, obviously, you want everybody as healthy as possible in this moment, so we're good to go tonight.
The 2 games against the Saints have been unbelievably close. How do you slow them down a 3rd time, but get the win this time?
Yeah, look, I think every game is different, first and foremost, and if you're a good team, you'll learn from those wins and losses. So they're going to come out. I'm sure they've learned as well. But we do have a formula that we think can be successful against them, and we just got to close out that game if we have the chance to do it. And it's easier said than done when they have the talented roster that they do and a heck of a coach. So, but we're ready for it.
All the best tonight.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
The thoughts of Otago Nuggets coach Jeff Sparrow ahead of this contest tonight. First year with the Nuggets and has done a great job, especially defensively. This side ranked 3rd in the league defensively. And as I touched on there, they were able to rest a few players in their final round. No Ethan Rusbach, no Craig Moller, no Matt Barsley, as they went down to the Tauranga Whai in their final round game. That was all the way back last Wednesday. So players have had a big rest. Not so for the Wellington Saints, who played against the Southland Sharks in a big game on Sunday. Their starting 5 is the same though. Davison, Ingram, Aaliyah, Harris and Pepper. They are without a few players though. No Isaiah Leafa, foot injury. No Braden Yulee, ruptured Achilles. And also tonight, no Aubrey Chunga, concussion, or Hassan Munir, illness. And Darius Latu also remains out due to personal reasons. I also caught up with their head coach, Aaron Young, a short time ago. All right, Coach, firstly, finals have arrived. The team ready?
Yeah, we are. You know, I think we've had a really fulfilling season in terms of just maximizing, you know, what's been put in front of us. And I think now that it's in front of us and we can really build up to this moment, I know the guys are excited and we're ready to come out in front of our home crowd and just play with a lot of energy. So should be fun.
Yeah, on that, the change of building for your home crowd, does that disrupt, does that change anything for you and the team?
No, our fan base is loyal and they're loud, so wherever we go within the region, they're going to come out and support it in a big way. So I'm excited about that. Last time we played here during the season, we had a great performance. So, you know, just staying with that routine. We did a lot right that day, and it's just, you know, replicating some of that success.
The 2 games against the Nuggets have been unbelievably close. Expecting the same tonight?
I mean, every game's different, but they've shown that they're a very disruptive and consistent team. So, you know, they've got our full attention. But I know our guys are locked in to the detail, the scout, the focus to what winning looks like, and you know I expect us to perform that for 40 minutes.
All the best tonight.
Thank you.
Saints coach Aaron Young. In good spirits, obviously, after that big win, a very impressive win over the then top of the table Southern Sharks at TSB. Of course, they are here at Te Rauparaha Arena as TSB gets ready for WOW in a couple of months' time. But Troy, they had a massive win here, and their only game is alluded to by Aaron Young. I think it was 45 points or so they beat the Franklin Bulls by. So they're comfortable in this arena.
Yeah, they train here as well every now and then. Yeah, so they're very well suited to the gym, and they want to play anywhere. You know, like he's ready to go. They're ready to go. Just observe their warm up. They're all good to go.
Here's a Sal's NBL head-to-head, the tail of the tape, thanks to Chemist Warehouse, and it's obvious the highest scoring offense in the Saints and one of the best defenses. That's going to be this matchup. How do the Nuggets slow the Saints down, Troy?
Yeah, I think there is no slowing them down. I think you've got to try and match their pace, which is very difficult to do. And Ethan Rusbatch is part of that. And I'm looking forward to that matchup between him and Elijah Pepper, both scorers. Elijah having 30 against Otago, and Ethan putting 23 and 19 as well the last time these 2 teams met.
Yeah, both matches have been very close. While the Saints have won both of them, there was 96-90 in early June at TSB Arena. And then at the start of the month in Dunedin, 91-90, both games going down to the wire. The officials this evening, Callum Welsh is our crew chief. He'll be assisted by Matthew Bathurst and Sam Pan. And we're pretty much all in readiness now. The final little conversations from both coaches, Jeff Sparrow and Aaron Young. Reminder to get your vote in. Scan that QR code. Interesting. Big Otago fans turning out. They're Nuggets at the moment. Slight advantage. Both games have been very close. This should be a good, tight-fought affair between these 2 sides.
I think like the coaches, both coaches mentioned Aaron Young with the disruptive ability of Otago to come out and try and do something, mix it up. And then the preparation on Coach Sparrow's side. They've had plenty of time to prepare, and then obviously observing the Saints as they played Southland. They'll pick up on as many cues and as many scouts as they possibly can, so it's going to be a good one.
I mentioned a few of the Saints players who are unavailable tonight also for Jeff Sparrow and the night and day Otago Nuggets. No Christian Martin, of course, who's playing 3x3 over in Glasgow at the Commonwealth Games. Unfortunately, they just missed out on a medal, but doing his country very proud. And also without Liam Boomer as well. So without a couple of players, see who misses them most. Both of these 2 lineups, as the Saints have been welcomed to the crowd here at Te Rauparaha Arena.
And the Saints have crept up there, 53%.
Here they go, turning the tables. We'll see how this one wraps up. All ready to go now in this opening period. Final shaking of the hands, the pre-game pleasantries. And we're all in readiness.
I think the Saints being mindful of their turnovers in the first quarter. The last few games they've had multiple turnovers. They do play fast, so that's sort of a reason why that's the case, but let's see how they start today.
Alia and Moller to jump ball. Saints get possession. Through Alia to Davison, and now in the hands of the league's leading scorer in Elijah Pepper. Near on 30 points a game in his rookie season in the Sal's NBL. Davison does it everything for the Saints. Alia, best 3-point shooter in the team. That one rims out. Ingram with the rebound. Back to Alia, second time lucky. Nothing but net.
I Otago can't afford to give up those offensive rebounds. Saints been an excellent tagging or jamming team.
Louis, also a rookie in the league, bringing the ball up the floor.
Both teams really trying to execute their first possession.
Moller for three. The two big men connecting at the first baskets for their respective sides. Pepper loses the handle. Make sure it's not a backcourt violation.
Well, the Saints like this particular matchup.
Yeah, Aliyah on Tuach. But Aliyah puts his hand up and apologizes for losing possession. Turnover against the Saints.
Yeah, he tried to drop dribble there, get that spin baseline, just lost control of the ball.
And as we've seen through every game this season, Coach Sparrow riding every possession.
Yeah, that type of energy can really be a great asset for a team.
Louis taking on Aliyah, there's a mismatch. Beats him to the basket and finishes. Alain Louis. And Hiram Harris over half court. Finds Ingram. Davison weighing up his options. Trying to wait for Pepper to get free. He didn't, so it goes to Aliyah. Aliyah's double team. Manages to pass his way out of it. Ingram in the corner to Davison, who finds Pepper. Pepper's patient and finishes and one.
And one. Such a strong player, great finisher. Sort of shifty in the air there, but excellent at playing off 2 feet.
And such a good free throw shooter as well. So many of his trips to the free throw line half to make a three-point play as well to the Chemist Warehouse stripe. 84% on the season from the line.
It looks like Otago is willing to switch almost everything, which has afforded Aliyah opportunities for mismatches, which let's see if the Saints can actually take advantage of those mismatches.
Russbatch under pressure from Davison. Now has Aliyah on him. Turnaround jumper is good.
Just a beautiful, solid 2-foot stop, stride stop. Nice little pivot. Little baby hook for the finish.
Down now they're in Pepper. Can't convert, but Aliyah, another O board to the Saints. He can't finish, but Saints remain in possession. You might be able to hear Coach Sparrow over our mic calling out instructions. Ingram for three. Off the side of the backboard, no good. Russbatch with the rebound. Tuach for three. Air ball. Ingram quickly over half court for the Saints. This is the pace they want to play at. Nuggets do well in transition. Harris banging bodies on Louis and gets the better of him. That was a mismatch against the point guard.
And they're happy with the single coverage in that mismatch, which makes it a non-mismatch. So maybe Otago should be thinking about what's a mismatch and what's not, because I don't know, Hiram with that close to the basket is a problem.
Against people his same hot size, let alone smaller.
Yes.
Pepper for three. It's good from the top. Early timeout called by Jeff Sparrow. Doesn't like that. 11-7 early advantage zone the way of the Saints. Tick over 3 minutes into the game, Troy.
Yeah, I think that's a good timeout, just to stop momentum, just to mix up. Maybe they've seen something. He's definitely complaining about something to the referee, but
replay of that three from Pepper. He shoots several a game. 28.7 points per game. Elijah Pepper shoots the three at 37% as well. As Troy mentioned pre-game, had 33 in the first meeting against the Nuggets, 28 in the second, averaging on 30 points plus in the 2 games with the Nuggets, which is just over his season average. And the flip side, Aaron Young, will he be happy with the start for the Saints?
Yeah, I think so. Just maintaining that pace has been his usual narrative and messaging, at least as much as we can hear from the sidelines. Yeah, everything is just about pushing the ball, playing as fast as possible. And you're seeing that, especially with their defensive pressure, trying to get up the floor. Ingram leading the way there. yeah, good start from the Saints.
Yeah, a reminder, the 2026 GJ Gardner Holmes Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa season tips off on the 25th of September. Memberships are now available across all 5 teams. Scan that QR code as we're back after the timeout.
Yeah, as you can, again, full court pressure. Just trying to take the wind out of the ball a little bit offensively for the Otago Nuggets.
Tatapaese also very comfortable in this gym. Product of Tawa College. No doubt would have played here several times growing up.
Yeah, great move. He really took advantage of with his speed. And then again, playing off of 2 feet.
Third year in the league. Tatapaese has added a lot to this Nuggets roster in 2026. Alia quickly off the inbounds. Well defended by Mola, but patience from Alia. One of the and one, doesn't get it, but finishes the basket.
Yeah, something Otago needs to be mindful of if they are going to be switching, being aware of those slips, which Akicha Alia is excellent at doing.
Tuach bringing the ball over half court and then giving it to his point guard in Louis. Now Ross Batch, wayward pass was meant for Tuach. Tatapaese claims and now penetrates, kick out to Louis. Louis is raced off the 3-point line and can't finish. Good Saints quickly down the other end to Pepper.
Great verticality there by Carlin on the defensive end, and then quick push down the other end. And Pepper gets to his... He's on it.
Yeah, already on 8 points, Elijah Pepper. And now forcing the turnover.
I think that's something that just goes unvalidated maybe for him. Such an excellent defender, leading the league in steals, I believe. Same with the Saints as well. I think that's something to be mindful of because they extend pressure. They always got active hands, high hands. They're getting tips and deflections.
Yeah, 52 steals for Elijah Pepper. Carlin Davison also right up there in steals too. Davison now with possession. Taking on Mola. He loses the handle. Tuach, the recipient, goes running. Finds Bardsley. Bardsley, who slipped and then was hit hard by Harris, very much accidentally. But that was a hard foul on Bardsley. I think he slipped just before the contact with Harris.
Yeah, I think
see a replay of this one here.
His knee kind of gave out underneath him as he tried to load.
Able to walk off court, which is a good sign, but Matt Bardsley having to check out. Only checked into the game for the first time, and now might go receive some treatment behind the Nuggets bench.
Let's hope it's not too serious.
He's a key player off the bench for them, averaging 5.5 points a game, so 2.5 rebounds and 1.5 assists. Provides them some good bench minutes. And backing up Tatapaese in particular, who knocks down the first free throw in Bardsley's absence.
It's always fun as a player when you get subbed in, then you go straight back on, and you got free throws. Get back into the flow of the game.
Pepper, Harris, hand off to Davison. Hunt, who's into the game for the first time, contender for the 6th man of the year. Harris going to work on Tuach. Good work by Tuach. Yeah. Just feeling the contact.
Yep.
And then giving him a bit of space to contest.
Yeah, athletic enough, but I don't see anybody else on the Otago team being able to do that. So
certainly a better matchup than we saw earlier with Harris in the paint. Tuach earns himself a rest.
Isaac Miller jersey entering into the game. This matchup between Isaac and Jordan Hunt is going to be good. Both 6 men for their team, so
yeah, certainly an important member of the Nuggets off the bench, that's for sure. Miller Joes, another former Wellington boy, played out of Wellington College as Mola. Little J drops. 2-point ball game now. Took over midway through this opening period. NBL elimination final. Winner moves on to the final 4. Ingram for 3. Off the front of the iron. Rebound Rosbach.
Ingram started a little bit cold today. Let's hope he gets his eye in as we go through the game.
Bardsley attacks the basket and finishes straight back into the game. And he looks fine there, Troy.
He looks fine there.
See a replay of this one. Sent Pepper one way, went the other. And one opportunity for Matt Bardsley. Welcome back onto the floor. And it's great to see there's no major effects from that heavy knock he took. Can't convert the three-point play, though, Bardsley. So it remains tied up, 15 points apiece. Davison attacking Miller-Joes. Good defensive work from Miller-Joes first time up. Davison then grabs the ball.
Good job, Ace. Double stack.
Delay of game.
Delay of game.
Carlin a little frustrated with the call.
There's Kishalier. Checks back in for the Wellington Saints. Arthur Pilcher also into the game. One of the Rapid League squad for this Wellington Saints side. Ethan Rosbach with ball handling responsibilities.
Yeah, Arthur completely attached to Louis.
Yeah, Louis then dispossessed by Pepper. Pepper thought about the 3, turned it down. Gave it to Davison, who couldn't throw it down, tried the touch pass to Pilcher, weren't on the same page. Still remains Saints' possession though, but fortuitously.
I think that's one way Otago is going to make this game more of a game, I guess, by being physical and being a pest.
Hiram Harris with a rest for the Saints with 2 fouls. Hunt doing what he does, bit of everything inside there. Good finish from Jordan Hunt.
Again, the nice slip there from the Saints. If the Otago team continues to switch, you'll see a lot more of that.
Moller working on Pepper. Hand off to Bardsley. Good finish under the basket from Matt Bardsley. Davison for his favourite spot for 3. No good this time. He was automatic from there on Sunday at TSB.
He was on fire
down the other end. He can't finish either. Offensive board though. Miller-Joes can't keep hold of possession. Now Louis. Louis attacking the paint.
Great job by Arthur.
Find Miller-Joes, but as you said, Troy, Arthur Pilcher in the way and wins possession for the Saints. Deep 2 from the baseline is good for Mr. Elijah Pepper.
Yeah, beautiful mid-range shot there.
He's so good at that mid-range. Hunt picks up the loose ball after mishandle from Bardsley. Pepper for 3, steps into 1. Doesn't drop. Offensive board though by Hunt, who then throws it up and is fouled.
Missed the consistency with Jordan Hunt. Just always gives you max effort. That time, missed shot there by Pepper, and Jordan comes in and grabs that offensive rebound.
Of course, a championship winner with the Otago Nuggets. Jordan Hunt, now back in his hometown in Wellington, and he's been a key member off the bench for Aaron Young. 11 points per game almost, and 5.5 boards as he knocks down the first free throw. Shoots free throws at 68% for the season.
Watch a double A.
And knocks down both, so the Saints now up by 4. Took over 2 minutes remaining in this opening period. Sal's NBL elimination final. The winner moves on to play the Auckland Tuatara for a place in the grand final.
The Saints making it very difficult for Louis to get catches where he wants to, just basically staying fully attached.
Yeah, no matter who's defending him, that's been the case, hasn't it? You mentioned Arthur Pilcher before, but whether it's Pepper, whether it's, on that occasion, Dante Ingram. Louis this time has earned a foul. As Miller-Joes will earn a trip to the free throw line. He'll no doubt have friends and family in the crowd as well. Local boy.
Wellington College, I believe.
Yep, indeed. Davison bringing the ball over the half court after those missed free throws from Miller Joes at the Chemist Warehouse stripe. Attacking Mola, then finding Hunt, who goes to work again, this time on Rosbach, and Rosbach can't contain the bigger Hunt, who earns himself another trip to the Chemist Warehouse stripe.
I think you're seeing just the maturity of Carlin here, recognizing that Jordan has just a better position. Also now that with Ethan on him, possibly pick up a foul on one of their primary scorers.
Well, he is one of the top players in the league in assists. Carlin Davison, 7.1 a game. I think that's good enough for third in the league. Along with the steals, which are 9th in the league. He's a good rebounder as well, of course. Was part of the Sal's NBL All-Star 5 last year. He's backed it up with another good all-round season. His first for the Wellington Saints.
And just his maturity levels, and then on top of that, his ability to orchestrate. You know, sometimes you give up. He tends to turn over the ball at times, but you give that up just because you trade that off as a coach, because he, most of the time...
Tuach with authority. The sea just parted. Nobody
in the Saints wanted to step in there and take any type of action there. Tuach is very athletic.
Of course, with Tuatara last year, now finding a home down in Dunedin with the Nuggets. Very much a key player for them. 15.2 points per game, 5.5 rebounds, a couple of assists as well. Shoots it good from beyond the arc at 40%. As we see another angle of that. Look at that. Beautiful. You're dead right. The Saints cleared out. Did not want to be part of that poster. Aaliyah at the line. He's a reliable free throw shooter. Successful with the second. Not happy he missed the first.
Otago need to be careful here, making sure that they finish this quarter strong, especially with Ethan Rosbach and Louis off the floor. Who do they go to for?
Tuach, for scores. Miller Joes. Now Tata Paese for three. Step back. In and out. Rebound. Long one to Aaliyah. Pepper bringing the ball over half court. Assessing his options. Deep three for Elijah Pepper off the front of the iron. Rebound Tuach, who's running. Walks into a three. Does Mola. No good. Davison had the rebound, then flicked it back in court to Tata Paese, and Miller Joes throws it down.
Yeah, sometimes it's just the roll of the ball. That time Carlin tried to save it, and unfortunately we ended up with Otago.
Davison this time for three. No good, but the man there, the defensive rebound is Hunt. Put back is just short, and a good strong work from Mola, who draws a foul from Akesha Lear, who's putting the pressure on full court. That'll be Lear's first foul.
You're in the bonus now.
But they're in the bonus, exactly. Both sides are. So it's a trip to the Chemist Warehouse stripe for Craig Mola.
Nuggets doing a good job of controlling the tempo.
Free throw line hasn't been kind to them so far. Another pair of misses for the Nuggets. Crowd loving that here at Toropaha Arena in Porirua. Davison looking to use this clock. Only a couple of second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Shot clock now under 10. Pepper gets to work. Picks through the double team. Now has to really get going. Good defense by Miller Joes.
Great
as
hands.
the ball goes into the score bench. Good quick hands from the score bench to avoid disaster.
That trophy could have got another hit.
Yeah, for some reason we've been placed as guardians of the NBL trophy. If you weren't there from our pre-game.
This is a mistake.
Yeah. 3.4 seconds remaining in this first quarter. Inbounds pass for the Saints. Aaliyah. Mid-range, Jay. In and out. 3-point game at quarter time here at Tauropaha Arena in Porirua. It's the Wellington Saints who are leading the Otago Nuggets 24-21 in the elimination final. Welcome back to Tauropaha Arena in Porirua. It is quarter time here in the Sal's NBL elimination final. The Saints leading by 3. And here's our Sal's deal this week. $35 for a large Nonna pizza. Here's the online code, Sal's Basketball 26, or scan the QR code. This is valid until Friday. So get that Sal's deal thanks to our great partners at Sal's Pizzas. As we're ready to go, second quarter action here at Tauropaha Arena. Anything that stood out for you from the box score at quarter time, Troy?
Well, Saints only shooting 2 for 9 from the three-point line. If that gets any better, Otago may be in a little bit of trouble, but the free throws are a problem for Otago as well.
Yeah, missing 5 at the line is Ingram. What you can do to Arch, I can do better.
Great skinny up. Sort of had a little lean on there. Yeah, love the lefty dunks.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like everything, right? For some reason with that left, if it's a foot or an arm or whatever, it always looks better.
Yes.
There's good strength by Louis there. The shot didn't drop, but Barnsley picks up the scraps.
I don't know what
it's dunkathon here.
I don't know what the physio gave him, but that was amazing. Nice.
Down the other end, Harris thought he drew the foul as well. Nothing given by the officials.
So good at getting downhill. Great hands there by Carlin.
Yeah, Davison and Harris a problem. They double team Rusbatch, and then Davison converting as well off the turnover.
Just the consistency of the pressure that Wellington Saints put on full quarters, starting to pay off for them.
Barnsley that time with the ball handling responsibilities. Finds his point guard in Louis. He has the mismatch with Aaliyah. Gives it off to Bardsley, who has the ball stolen from him for Alia. Now Davison up running to Pepper. Pepper finishes. 10 points in the first quarter. Elijah Pepper, he has now another couple. And an early timeout called in this second period by Coach Jeff Sparrow.
Yeah, have to do something about the advancement of the ball. They've turned it over a couple of times or being rushed. So that's what the Saints pressure does. It just creates out of control. Teams tend to take shots that they don't usually take or try to make passes that they don't usually try to make.
Yeah, quick 8-2 run by the Saints in this period. Less than 2 minutes gone. So quick timeout taken by Sparrow.
All momentum stoppers. Just see if you can rally the troops.
Interesting thing I noticed as well in the box score, Troy, 7 Nuggets scored in that opening period. It's how they will do it by committee.
Yeah.
Whereas the Saints had fewer players involved, but they do now themselves have 6 scorers as well. After Davison got amongst the scoring in this second period, and Dante Ingram, who both hadn't scored in the first quarter. We'll see how the Nuggets respond and whether the Saints can keep that pressure on.
Just watching out for Hiram having his 2 fouls. Coach Young will be mindful of this.
And so will the Nuggets try and put pressure on Harris while he's on the floor, which he is right now. Both sides out there with their starting fives. As Tuach attacks the paint and finishes, and 1.
Nice quick decision. Little jab step to the left. Shifted to catch and then at the rim. Too athletic.
Yeah, too quick for Akesh Alia. Tuach recognizing that. He had Alia well away from the basket. And Alia now taking a seat because he now has 2 fouls as well. Free throw line. Something about that basket not enjoying from the Chemist Warehouse stripe, the Otago Nuggets.
Yeah, that'll keep them under 25%, so that's something that they will need to address.
Yeah, certainly in that first quarter was a problem. 2 of 7 they were from the free throw line, the Nuggets.
Ingram doing just a fantastic job of extending the pressure, but this is sometimes what you give up.
Yeah, Louis is stuck with it. All the pressure from Ingram, then got to the basket, finished the layup. Pepper now working on Tatapaese. Got him in the air, but I think he's going to be called for the offensive foul for a push-off. Pepper can't believe it. And that's his second foul. So a bit of foul trouble now for Aaron Young and the Saints.
Yep, he's looking over at Coach Aaron Young saying, hey, everything's fine. I'm okay. I'm not sure if that was an offensive foul. A little bit soft for my liking, but hey, Tyson will take it when you're guarding the league's leading scorer.
Tuach, deep 2. Not good. Doesn't drop. Harris quickly bringing the ball over half court. Pepper now.
Otago just switching everything.
Miller-Joes on him. A good defense by Miller-Joes. Tuach up and running and finishing. Timeout called down the other end of the floor, this time on the Wellington Saints. Good response by the Otago Nuggets.
Yeah, great. Just stick to what they do. Really quick decisions offensively, getting to the rim.
Tuach has been at the heart of all of it as well. He's been very impressive. All of his plays have pretty much been highlight reels. Boy, Tuach, he has 6 points to be their leading scorer, along with Matt Bardsley. As I mentioned, they've very much been scoring by committee. Craig Moller also with 5 points for them. Well, it's still the Elijah Pepper show. He has 12 points for the Saints to lead all scorers. Their next best scorers, Akesh Alia with 6, and also Jordan Hunt with 6 also for Aaron Young. But what will he be talking about with his Saints side, Troy?
Coach Aaron Young, I'm not sure because I'm too concentrated on and focused on Coach Sparrow's energy and the way that he just has come out and done his thing, like always engaged with his team, fully giving them chest bumps and high fives, but very animated. Right, he's got a vein on his forehead like me, so this thing is popping out left, right, and center. I can understand why pre-game he was a little bit hesitant about doing his interview. Like we thought he was getting ready, and
well, he was.
Yes, yes.
Getting emotionally and physically ready
yes.
for the output he has.
Yes.
We saw the Nuggets did a great show of him in their socials, showed his heart rate and everything like that during a game one time, because there'd been so much talk, of course, during the Sal's NBL season about the energy he has. He really patrols the court for his Otago Nuggets side and lives every single play. As the basket was waved away, but foul was called before Hunt went up for the basket.
What can happen with switches at times, the ball can stick because you're just looking for mismatches. So, for example, this situation.
Yeah, Harris again on Louis. It is too strong. And the end one, he loved that. Louis thought he was at a push-off from Harris, but that's not how the officials saw it. And that's not the first time we've seen that matchup, and not the first time that Harris has won it.
Yeah, again, the trade-off, what you get in with switches in terms of the ball sticking, you lose with these types of mismatches. And Hiram Harris can sense that. The Saints actually did a good job of recentering the ball before going back to Hiram. So,
Chemist Warehouse Stripe, of course, proud sponsors of our Hoops in School program. That's how you get your hoops in school. Scan that QR code. Currently live in the Auckland, Northland and Coromandel regions. Big thanks to Chemist Warehouse. Check out how to apply also at Basketball New Zealand's website. There's Tuach, elevates and finishes.
A little double pump there.
It's hung in the air.
Yeah, over the outreach hand of Jordan Hunt.
Yeah, not an easy man to shoot over, but did. Tuach now running the floor. Two-man play with Rusbach and finishes. Tuach again keeping the Nuggets in the game here.
Yeah, overheard coaching staff for Otago talking about allowing Hiram to have a 50-point game. So strategically, that might be what they're trying to aim for, is allow Hiram to do what he does and shut down everybody else. Much easier said than done.
You've got to give up something, I suppose, yes. Right? When you take on this Saints offense, who average 100 points a game, the top of the league. There's Alana Robertson has checked into the game. Guard for the Saints. The Tata Paese. Step back J is good.
Tyson really good shot creator, can use different types of things and options to get to his bag. Great one there.
Hunt, nice patience and bounce pass to the slashing Pepper, who finishes uncontested.
Yeah, Saints do a really good job of this. I've observed them do this a few games now. If teams decide to really attach themselves to Elijah, they set them up for the back cut.
Tuach for three this time, trying to show his range. It doesn't drop. Rebound Hunt. Harris quickly over half court. And off to Ingram. Little hook. Comes off the back of the iron.
A little too hard on the glass there, but
step back three this time for Tata Paese. This time it doesn't drop. 4-point game in the Saints' favour. Over halfway through the second quarter. Great pass from Pepper and the finish from Ingram. And chance to earn another from the Chemist Warehouse stripe.
This is something that we call a stampede. If you watch, hopefully we may get the replay, but Ingram was able to catch this ball on this full sprint. So he's already moving while he catches the ball. So he's stampeding down and the defense doesn't have time to react.
So hard to stop.
Very difficult. Especially with the pretty left-hand finish.
Yeah, certainly for a lot of people going to that side of the basket wouldn't have been as good a finish, easiest finish rather. But for Ingram, a bit more simpler than the lefty. And he completes the three-point play from the Chemist Warehouse stripe. Alain Louis over half court. Ruspatch. Now Moller. Louis to Tuash. Ruspatch gets to his spot and finishes.
Well, one has one of the quickest releases in the league, so you've really got to be attached so he doesn't even get it into his head.
Their leading three-point shooter, Ethan Ruspatch, and their leading scorer. It's been kept relatively quiet so far.
Yes.
Wow. There's an air ball down the other end that the Saints thought was touched.
I'm fairly sure that was touched. Elijah Pepper's not shooting an air ball for no reason.
Well, not that short an air ball in particular. Let's see if we can get a replay of that one. Can't quite see from there, but you don't see Elijah Pepper miss by almost a metre.
I think I was proven wrong there.
Barsley. Louis behind the back. Loses the handle. Harris diving on it.
Great job by Hiram. Recognizes the timeout. So immediately got on the ball, called a player, BNZ player timeout.
Yeah, smart, very smart move from a veteran player, of course, in this league. Hiram Harris, the captain for the Saints, year 11. Of course, a MVP, grand final last year against the Southern Sharks. As the Saints lifted their 13th banner. All 13 of them are here at Taropaha Arena. They've been brought over from TSB.
Oh, we have a foul, maybe? Yeah. On it.
BNZ player timeout. To advance the ball to the Saints into their half court. Aaliyah. One-on-one with Moller. Now the switch with Louis on him. Goes for three, Aaliyah. And then celebrates right in front of Louis.
Yeah, what a big shot there by Aaliyah.
I think your daughter might have known what that celebration was. I certainly didn't. I think it was more from the TikTok generation.
Yes, I don't agree with this celebration, but hey.
Ingram. Going to work, and so automatic from that left-hand side. Dante Ingram. Ooh. There's Harris. It's the floor hard. Three doesn't drop. Rebound to Pepper. Harris is up, moving, which is good. Ingram steps into a three. Rebound, Nuggets. See Hiram Harris then. Very hard screen from Moller.
I'm not sure about this. I've seen Hiram run through people before, so maybe there was a little bit of a Hiram Harris special acting performance there, but
he's trying to say I don't go down for nothing. If there's someone that would be able to sell it, it would be him, because you don't expect Hiram Harris to go down like that.
Well, I mean, this is one of the solutions that you can do as a coach to free up the offense if you're having struggles advancing the ball, just to send those terror screens. Nice fake.
Barsley showing his full array of skills tonight.
Beautiful. Otago just hanging around, keeping it under double digits.
The three from the corner, in and out from Davison. Ruspatch thought about the play all the way full court to Bardsley, who was slashing to the hoop. Thought better of it.
Yeah, good closeout there by Ingram.
Woo! Floater blocked, swatted away by Aaliyah. Yeah, lovely exchange in front of us. We see a replay of that one between Rusbatch and Alia, both full of smiles after that play. Wry smile from Rusbatch. And I don't think I've ever seen Akesh Alia not smile.
Yes. Illegal. Yeah.
So turnover, the Nuggets. That will hurt Coach Sparrow, because this is a crunch time in this game as we approach half-time. They've managed to stay close throughout. They've got to make sure that continues as Zach McKenzie checks in for the first time and Moller earns a break. Hiram Harris, ball handling responsibilities.
Otago switching again.
Lovely pass to Pilcher. Goes under the basket, and then the reverse layup is good.
Oh, nice defense by Hiram Harris.
Full court pressure from the Saints, and they come up with it. This is what I was talking about, Troy. The Saints can do this to you.
Yeah, the consistent pressure. Burst pipes.
Harris able to throw it off a Nuggets player, and an inbounds pass for the Saints. Their possession. 1 minute 18 seconds remaining. Just resetting the shot clock to 24.
We've got a timeout here.
Another timeout being called. Chance for both coaches to talk things over here. The Saints with 7. A chance for that Aaron Young to draw something up, to extend that to double digits for the first time. Chance to check in with the leading scorers, Matt Bardsley. 10 points.
Wow.
For the Nuggets, along with Tuach. A lot of them have been very athletic plays from both players, while leading all scorers still is Elijah Pepper with 14. Also, Kesha Lear has 9 also. So a couple of other players on 7-2 for the Wellington Saints, who have shared the scoring load. But Bardsley very much impressed off the bench, isn't he? Especially after that early knock. He seemed to fall on his knee, then took a nasty blow from Harris. Took some treatment. Since then,
he's been great.
He's Superman.
Yeah, I mean, Otago's doing a really good job of putting him in position where he can actually be effective, which is on the baseline, making hard cuts when the Otago players have been driving, particularly Tuach. And as Bardsley cuts on the help side, he's able to get either offensive rebounds or catches for easy layups.
We'll see what the Saints are drawing up after that timeout. Davison, Pepper working on McKenzie. Fadeaway baseline J, in and out. Rebound Nuggets. Full court pressure from Arthur Pilcher on Louis.
It's a great foul. Professional foul there, just slow the ball down. They've got fouls to give, so Saints have 3 team fouls, so they still have a foul to give. You might see them execute a foul in this situation as well, if they feel like they're being threatened, particularly with someone like Arthur, who's...
He's getting that match up, Louis and Pilcher. Now the switch. Louis looking for the mismatch with Miller Jones. Again, another smart foul from Pilcher. Although the Saints are saying, you're all right, you didn't have to foul there. Good conversation between Alia and Pilcher. On-court coaching from the more experienced player, the import, and the young Arthur Pilcher, who after those quick 2 fouls takes a seat. Dante Ingram back in for the Saints. Miller Jones outside to Bardsley. Rusbatch, who has Alia tight on him. Back to Bardsley, mishandles it. Saints up and running. Ingram trying to find Davison, but Davison's quick, but not that quick.
Yeah, they've had a couple of these too, just where they live in transition and they make that early kick ahead, and it's just been a little bit out of reach.
Yeah, the attention was right. Just too heavy with the pass that time from Ingram. Davison couldn't reel it in. Nuggets back with it as we're in the final minute of this first half here. Sal's NBL elimination final. Place up for grabs in the final 4 against the Auckland Tuatara. Tuach steps into a 3.
Big shot.
Was given some space from Alia and shoots over the big man. Big shot from Alia. By Tuach, excuse me, over Alia. Foul called. Not a happy Coach Sparrow as we see that replay of that 3 from Tuach.
Yeah, Coach Sparrow unlucky, unhappy with the foul.
Sam Gold checking into the game for the first time. Also played just down the road at Tawa College, along with Tyson Thatapaese as well. So old schoolmates lock in horns, which is cool to see in the Sal's NBL. So Pepper earning a trip to the free throw line. And as I mentioned earlier, shoots at 84%. He continues to lead all scorers, 15 now.
Here we go, Hank.
He'll shoot another from the Chemist Warehouse stripe. Two for 2 for Pepper. Makes it a 7-point game as the half century is up for the Wellington Saints in this first half. Deep into it. BNZ player timeout, I think, called there. Of course, thanks to BNZ, more than 6,500 fans from school, sport and community groups have made it to Sal's NBL games throughout the 2026 regular season. Through BNZ's Ticket to the Big Game, communities across Aotearoa have had the opportunity to experience the excitement of the Sal's NBL live and in person. A huge thank you to BNZ for helping bring more fans closer to the game and creating memorable experiences for thousands of people this season.
A bit of foul projection here from the Saints. So a lot of the guys that you would usually see in Rapid are on the floor.
Is Louis attacking the paint. Then the pass to Miller Joes, who finishes, and one opportunity to.
Great finish there. Now affords the Saints to do the same thing. Bring in their...
The Nuggets will make a few changes as well. McKenzie back into the game. Harry Bazette too as well. For the last 2.1 seconds of this first half. Of course, every play so hotly contested. This is an elimination final. Place in the final 4 up for grabs. Miller Joes knocks that one down. See how this one finishes. Half-court shot from Pepper is off the target. And Troy will make his way to try and catch up with one of the Saints players who lead by 4 here at halftime. As Troy has found his way to Elijah Pepper. 16-point game so far from Elijah Pepper to lead all scorers, efficient as always, as the Saints have a 4-point advantage at the half. Just trying to sort out the mic, I think, courtside for Troy. And then we should be all up and running. Thank you for your patience. We're all now ready with Troy McLean.
Let me know, what are you seeing out there? What is working for you guys right now?
Getting to the rim, attacking offensive glass. Those are 2 big things.
Great. And what are your things for the second half that you guys need to work on?
Converting the 2-on-1 in transitions. We'd have a lot bigger lead if we finish those. And then taking away some of those miscommunication threes and some of the scout tendencies.
Great. And you guys seem to be doing a good job against the switches. Any more intention to get to those mismatches earlier, or just let the flow of the offense do the thing?
Yeah, I mean, attacking the foul troubles is definitely a big thing. Getting some of their more offensive-minded guys in foul trouble helps a lot.
Good luck with the second half.
Thoughts to Elijah Pepper there with our man Troy McLean, as the Wellington Saints with a 4-point advantage at the half in this Sal's NBL elimination final. It's the Mills Albert Wellington Saints 51, leading the Night and Day Otago Nuggets 47. Half-time at Talopaha Arena in Porirua for the Sal's NBL elimination final between the Wellington Saints and the Otago Nuggets. It's a 4-point advantage to the reigning champions, the Saints. It's been close throughout this game, Troy. Yeah. As we expected, the two previous meetings between these two sides, 6 points and 1 point between the two sides, both going in the Saints' advantage. Do you think it's going to continue the second half, or is one team going to be able to pull away?
I'm hoping that Otago can maintain that close reach, but if history has anything to say around what and how the Saints play, yeah, they can score in bunches and very quickly. So
yeah, here's the tail of the tape thanks to Chemist Warehouse with our live game stats. Elijah Pepper leading all scorers, as we heard in the first half, 16 points. Akesha Lear with 9, Harrison Ingram with 7 apiece for the Saints, while Tuash has got 12 for the Nuggets. Bardsley off the bench has 10 points as well. Rebounding, Hunt off the bench has 4, Alea 4, while Moller leading all in that category. That's no surprising. He is third in the league in rebounding. Craig Moller has 6 so far. For the assist category, Davison already with 6. Louis, the point guard for the Nuggets, has 5. Tuach with 4 as well. And Harris and Ingram with 2 apiece. Rusbatch with 3 as well. So a lot of great assists so far. Blocks, Alea just the 1. 4 blocks to the Nuggets. Tuach and Miller-Joes with 2 apiece for the visitors. And steals, this is where the Saints can really hurt you. Akesh Alea has 3, Harris 2, Hunt, Davison and Pilcher all 1, while Miller-Joes and Tuach have 1 each for the Nuggets.
Yeah, that's a result of that pressure, that extended pressure. They usually put Akesh Alea up there with his length and size. Trying to pass over or through that is very difficult.
Anything else standing out from the box score you got in front of you, Troy?
Oh, no, it's pretty even across the board. Some of the percentages are a little bit different in terms of the free throws. Saints shooting at 91% and Otago Nuggets shooting at 33%. So, but in terms of shots, bench points is a bit of a difference. Otago got in 15, Saints only 8. So it's pretty fairly even statistical match right now.
Yeah, the Nuggets 3 of 9 from the free throw line, which is, you know, if they make them, they're leading this ball game. So we'll see how that improves in the second half, as the Nuggets are very much in this one, that's for sure. Another tight contest between these two sides. We'll be back with the second half after the break. Welcome back to Te Raupaha Arena in Porirua for the Sal's NBL elimination final between the Mills Albert Wellington Saints and the night and day Otago Nuggets. It's halftime here, getting set for third quarter action. Make sure to scan that QR code on screen and give us your pick. Nuggets have edged ahead, Troy, 52% to 48% to the Saints. A lot of those Otago Nuggets fans watching, no doubt, here on Sky Sport, contributing to that one. We'll see if some of those Wellington Saints fans who weren't able to make the trip out to Porirua get on board the reigning champions. But you'd expect it to be close because all the contests between these sides have been close. The 2.5 games of basketball they have had so far. And we'll see how the last half plays out. Will it be the last half? Well, will be the last half for one of these teams' seasons. Which team will it be? Will it be the reigning champs? Or will it be the Otago Nuggets trying to get back into that Final Four and try and reclaim the Sal's NBL title? As we're underway, third quarter. A false start. We'll go again.
Something to be mindful of in terms of Elijah Pepper's observation of their turnovers, especially in transition. Great play.
Lovely pass inside to Rusbatch, and the finish as well before the help defense arrived.
Yeah, a little bit of misdirection there. Everyone expecting Rusbatch to come off for the three-point line, but was able to curl. And
that looked like something that was discussed at halftime. Very well executed. As a coach and a team, you love that.
Yeah, but both teams too looking to really execute that first possession.
So it's the third foul on Mola. So he's the first player on 3 fouls. There's 4 Saints that have 2 and another couple of Nuggets who have 2 fouls as Alia misses his second from the free throw line. Well,
let's test that theory on this end of the court, right?
Oh, yeah, true. This is true. There's something about this hoop, this end, when it comes to, only when it comes to free throws, must be said. As Alia, an 80% free throw shooter for the season, misses both. Tuach for 3. In and out. Rebound Harris.
Great box out from Carlin.
Alia just keeps hold of the handle under pressure. Now with Davison. Surveying options. Harris called for it, saw the mismatch, back outside to Davison for 3. Is there a hand on that from Louis? It was a good closeout.
Great closeout.
Finished well short in the end. Saints yet to add to their halftime score. There's the Nuggets. Draw level through Craig Moller.
Hiram might have to be a little bit more aggressive in those situations.
Davison now on Louis. Fade away from the baseline. Good defense, must be said, by the smaller Louis. He's a strong body and he used it on Davison. Pepper this time is going to be called for his third. So he's the first of the Saints with 3 fouls and some foul trouble for Coach Aaron Young. Great pass inside, another assist for Louis. So into Tuach. Lovely pass, and the Nuggets, what a start for them to start this third quarter in the second half. 6-0 run.
Yeah, it's not a great start from the Saints in terms of their aggressiveness. They're not matching the energy that Otago has come out and played, and they've also not been aggressive enough on their mismatch, with both Carlin and Hiram deciding to play a little bit more passive. But Sparrows full on jumping up and down on each shot.
He is fun.
Doing army rolls and things like this. Yeah, it's great to see.
To watch.
Great to see.
You could absolutely just leave a camera on our man there right on screen, Jeff Sparrow. Very animated. at all times.
I don't know, but I don't think we can repeat some of the things on
That is true.
on TV.
I didn't say mic'd up.
Yes.
Yeah, that would have to be very much on delay if he was mic'd up, that's for sure. But very entertaining, and it's great. It's great. The league needs characters like this.
Agreed. Well, there's been a couple of coaches in New Zealand that have super animated, super up and getting up, high heart rate type guys. I think the Saints have just come out a little bit too nonchalant in the second half. I promised my daughter I would drop the nonchalant.
Oh, well done.
So shout out, Harper.
Mark that in. 2 minutes into the third quarter. Davison, Pepper. That timeout and drops a 3. And head and hands for Coach Jeff Sparrow that time.
Great ATO from Coach Young.
Saints reclaim the lead almost immediately. Can the Nuggets respond? Oh, good pass inside Moller to Rusbatch. Maybe a touch low. And Rusbatch loses the handle. Already thinking about going to the basket, I think.
Yeah, even as long as Rusbatch, Ethan has been playing, you still make, sort of those types of mistakes where you take your eye off the ball. So
very experienced in this league. Year 14 is Ethan Rusbatch. Athleticism from Davison this time with a little finger roll finish.
Yeah, the Saints may have found a little chink in the armor defensively. They've run the Spain action.
Suach, Tatapaese for 3. Doesn't drop. Rusbatch with the rebound. Can't finish over Davison the first time, but does the second time.
Great effort there by Ethan.
Good strength from Ethan Rusbatch.
Yeah, so we'll see here Elijah Pepper coming to screen for Akich. Looking to try and create some confusion on the
Ingram. That lefty finish again. Right in the contact. Too strong, Dante Ingram.
It's nice having that secondary option in that particular set play. You don't execute anything or find anything out of the Spain. You can go to Ingram.
Tuach. Another block from Alir, who steers at Tuach and says, get out of here.
Lets it down. I was hoping for the Matumbo finger wave, but it didn't happen.
That's the closest to an angry face you'll get from Akish Alir. It's more like just a stern, no.
I am actually surprised he didn't smile at him.
There's see a replay of it. Lovely work. Staying in front. Good strong hand to deny. Very athletic player in Tuach. Now for 3 is Pepper with a shake off Moller and finishes. Timeout, Nuggets. Coach Sparrow's seen enough. As that little run. Of course, when the timeout was called by the Saints, the Nuggets led by a couple. Now it's the Saints up by 6. Yep. Great response. And you talk about the Spain action. Talk to people not familiar with that. What exactly have the Saints been running, Troy?
So Spain action is you'll see Carlin handle the ball over. I believe it's Carlin handle the ball to the middle of the floor. They'll put their shooter in the corner, which in this case is Elijah Pepper. He'll come down through the baseline and situate himself under the hoop. As Akich is setting the middle pick and roll, Elijah Pepper will come up and set a back screen on Akich's defensive player. This creates a lot of confusion around who's going to guard who. It's like almost a compression of the space within the action, which a lot of defenses find difficult at times to navigate. The Nuggets seem to do an okay job the third time, but still afforded space and time for Ingram then to get downhill. But yeah, very common action. I like it because it's kind of for the shooter.
Yeah. Elijah Pepper now 22 for the game, just doing what he does, the league's leading scorer. No other Saints player in double digits. As out of that timeout, Nuggets with possession. Pressure brought by Ingram, who now slacks off into the half court. Louis assessing his options, gives it off to Moller. Now Tuach. Back to Moller as the shot clock winding down. Got caught with his hand in the cookie jar, Davison. He didn't like the call either. Foul called there on Davison. And it's just his first, so no issue for him. Rusbatch around Davison, then banging bodies with Harris. Looked to kick it out to Barsley, but cut out by Alia, and Pepper gets running. Alia walks into one, turns down the three. Now working on Moller. It's a good matchup between those two. Moller did well defensively. Now back with Alia, who loses the handle, but still throws it up under contact.
He's cracking up laughing too.
Well, it wasn't the prettiest thing. He lost the handle, then got it back, and then just threw it up through the contact.
It's great that he can recognize the comedy of errors that just took place.
He lost it, got it back, and then threw it up. It wasn't the prettiest thing. It almost dropped, and he gets a chance to redeem himself from the Chemist Warehouse stripe as well, which wasn't kind to him early in this quarter. No mistake this time from Akesh Alia.
The Saints seem to be settling in now. Found the last 2-3 possessions of execution.
Another miss from Alia. I think that's 4 for the game for an 80% free throw shooter. Very unlikely. And again at this end, where the free throws have been missed aplenty.
There might be some bad juju on that end.
Well, Alia missed the only free throw for the Saints in the first half. Otherwise, they knocked down 10. While the Nuggets missed 6 of their 9 down this end. And already the Saints have missed at least 3. Miller-Jones going inside. Davison swatted away. Did not like the call by the official.
Nice drive here
by Tuash, and then the handoff to Miller-Jones. And Davison thought he had all ball, but that's not the officials called it. Miller-Jones now with a chance to earn a couple from the Chemist Warehouse stripe.
So dangerous play, but worked out in the end. Saints very good with their hand activity, particularly in the paint. So Otago come out on top with that one.
Jones cuts the deficit to 6. Midway through this third quarter. Sal's NBL elimination final. Davison getting to the basket and finishing with that right hand.
Yeah, it's great recognition from the group as well. Put him inside.
Here's the pressure. Full court by the Saints.
Oh, don't fall.
Good work from Rusbatch to pick through a double team. Now the Nuggets can punish the Saints, but Moller can't convert the 3. Good strong rebound though by Rusbatch, weak side. And the finish as well from the Nuggets leading scorer.
Yeah, they'll go straight back to this. This is what we call side pick and roll, where you'll have 3 players on this side now. This creates just a 2-man game.
The officials saying Nuggets ball off the Saints. The crowd here at Toropaha Arena don't like that one. Making their opinions clear. Tuash.
Very cautiously bringing the ball up the floor.
Yeah, Pepper, top in the league, or one of the top in the league in steals, the most in the league. Louis elevates. Can't get to finish. Good strong board from Hunt, who is then fouled. Pepper rather is fouled by Miller-Jones as he crosses half court. Good quick foul for the Nuggets. They didn't want Pepper to get running. Carlin Davison will inbounds in front of our commentary position.
Yeah, they're going straight to it again.
Davison working on Rusbatch. Outside to Pilcher. Pilcher turns down the 3. Now it's back with Davison and his hands at the top of the key for 3. Off the back of the board. Off the back of the rim, rather. Hunt with the rebound, but can't get it to drop.
Great job by Arthur Pilcher to keep that ball alive. Unfortunate for Jordan Hunt.
Still with possession, though, the Saints.
Slip. Oh.
Shot clock reset to 14. Hunt, lovely spin move, and is fouled by Miller Jones. He just grabs the arm of Hunt to deny him an open look.
Great move there by Jordan Hunt.
Quick couple of fouls on Miller Jones.
Yeah, shouldered into the chest through the middle and then roll off the player. Right, nice job.
And recognition from Miller Jones there, was beaten. I'll just take the foul.
Yeah, nothing easy. This is playoff basketball. Finals basketball.
Just waiting to see what discussion was there from the officials, and Hiram Harris is quite animated. Harris wanting an unsportsmanlike, maybe?
I think so.
Saying that he didn't make a play for the ball. And that's not what they've called.
I think Hiram would make an excellent referee.
Well, who knows? When he hangs up the boots, maybe that's what he'll go into.
In a future life, maybe.
Serious?
Maybe.
Yeah. Boy, you're just saying that because he likes to argue the calls. Moller for 3.
A bit of both.
To Ash. Good defense from Harris. Oh. And then Tuash is called for the foul.
Great active hands. What? Yeah. 3 minutes to go, so.
And it's the 3rd on Tuash now, so he joins both Moller and also Miller Jones with 3 fouls. Was Hiram Harris with, excuse me, as a Kesha Lear and Elijah Pepper with 3 for the Wellington Saints.
I really like this two-headed demon coming at you with Carlin and Hiram at the top.
Yeah, 2 great passes. And the foul called off the ball. Rusbatch on Pepper as he went tumbling to the floor. We'll see a replay of this one.
Yeah, Rusbatch just tried to bear hug him there a little bit. Looking at the referee like, what did I do?
Who's the foul on? 12?
I'm always amazed with players complaining about referees. I mean, I know I was.
Pot kettle black?
Yeah. But when you're observing on the sideline or on TV, on Sky,
No, you do wonder
yes.
if it has an impact later down the line, because otherwise what's the point? Because
yes.
they're not going to overturn the call.
Yes.
The call's been made. It's just whether, I suppose, players feel like if they put the pressure on them like this, maybe they're not going to call that foul next time, or put a bit of doubt in the official's mind.
Or what we call a make-up call.
Yeah.
Maybe if we
exactly.
complain enough, we'll get a couple of make-up calls. So.
Yeah, if you make it feel like you've been really hard done by. Fatapaese bringing the ball over half court. Product nearby Tawa College. Swatted away his shot by Hiram Harris.
Yeah, Tyson couldn't find anything there, so decided to turn the corner. Probably not the best person to turn the corner on with Hiram.
Yeah, not my house, says Hiram Harris. Harris now. Tight on Craig Moller. Great. Moller trying to get some space.
Great defense.
elevating for three. And great defense from Harris. Shot doesn't drop from Mola. Saints up and running. Pepper. As it slows down momentarily, and then he bursts to the rim and finishes with a left hand.
Taking advantage of the mismatch there. Mola couldn't stay in front.
Louis assessing his options. Outside to Rusbatch. It goes inside and then it's lost. And Davison with authority. Timeout Nuggets.
No turnover there in transition. Clean.
Giving the crowd what they want. Aerial show from Carlin Davison. Tremendous athlete.
Amazing that he didn't gather dribble. Just caught the ball there, planted. 1-2, bop.
Yeah, he's one that if you wanted to go from the free throw line, I reckon he could. Not many can, but he could.
He loves a little hang on the rim too, old Carlin. Always tests the boundary of hanging on the rim.
Especially when there was no one around that time.
Yeah.
You can't really hang on for too long. So Aaron Young is set here. Coach of the Wellington Saints going over things. Hiram Harris currently holding court in that Saints huddle.
Great leader. His leadership is priceless for teams. Holds everybody accountable because he holds himself at such a high standard.
Yeah, not wrong. He certainly tested the limits there, and they're holding on to the rim. Carlin Davison. Nothing called. It would have been a very unpopular call as well. Davison now has 10 points. Elijah Pepper continuing to lead the way. All scorers with 26. Also 10 to Akesh Alia. Well, for the Otago Nuggets, it's still the Tuash show for them. He has 14 points. Been quieter, though, in this second half. Also with 11 points is their number one, and excuse me, their number 12, and Ethan Rusbatch, their leading scorer, 2, and also 10 points to Matt Bardsley as we're back underway after that timeout.
Bardsley hasn't really been a feature yet.
Yeah, quiet so far in the second half. Hasn't had much court time as well as Pallacanestro slips to the floor. And a turnover as well off the back of it.
Hiram Harris's defensive intensity and physicality have really turned the tide here.
Well, we saw it, didn't we, in the grand final last year as the MVP in that game. And it doesn't matter who he's guarding as well. In the front court or in the back court, he is a handful. Davison penetrates and then is fouled. Ethan Rusbatch quickly putting his hand up for that one.
Yeah, again, that Saints Spain action just executed with a different initiation, a different look. Yeah, you might see that action getting spanned over the next little while.
Davison successful with the first from the Chemist Warehouse stripe. Not the second. Hunt tried to tip the rebound, but well cleaned up by the Nuggets. And Alain Louis over half court. Now Zach McKenzie, who's back into the game. Moller working on Hunt. Outside to Rusbatch. That quick release doesn't drop. Rebound eventually finds its way in the hands of Jordan Hunt. As Davison uncharacteristically slowly brings the ball over half court. Pepper.
Yeah, I think just a level of his maturity as a basketball player. Recognizes nothing's on, slow it up, and execute.
And the clock's in their favor as well. As the game currently is a 14-point advantage to the Saints. As now Jordan Hunt at the Chemist Warehouse stripe as the Saints are in the bonus here. Arthur Pilcher looking to check back into the game after next stoppage. Hunt almost chased down his own rebound from the free throw miss. Basket still proving to be difficult.
It's bad juju.
Oh. Louis. Tuarch. Runs into a brick wall called Carlin Davison. The second foul. Pilcher is now into the game, and Pepper takes a seat. Of course, has those 3 fouls to go with his 26 points. The league's leading scorer.
He gets an extended rest here, and Arthur Pilcher, young development player, he gets his opportunity again.
Louis. Baseline J is good.
They'll be looking for one shot here.
Davison over half court. Shot clock winding down in this third quarter. Gets it to drop the second time before the clock expires.
I was wondering what he was up to. I thought he didn't realize or didn't see the clock.
I don't think he did, but then he got going.
Yeah.
Just in time, and in time for the first drop didn't drop, the second did. As he looks like he's getting a bit of treatment after that one. But three-quarter time here at Talopraha Arena. The Saints now by 15 in the elimination final. Welcome back to Talopraha Arena in Porirua as we get back underway in this fourth and final period. A reminder of our Sal's pizza deal this week. $35 for a large Nonna pizza is the online code, Sal's Basketball 26, or scan the QR code on screen. Thanks to our great friends at Sal's. That's valid until the end of the week, so get in quick. As Pepper back on the floor to start this final period. Unable to finish this time. There's another block from Harris, this time closing out the three-point shooter and Russ Batch.
Knows Ethan very well, so knew he had to get there quick.
Yeah, would have played a lot together internationally, of course, with the Tall Blacks. Harris and Russ Batch. Alain Louis. Oh, good defense that time again. Harris involved along with Ingram that time. Ingram, it's time to weigh up the three. Doesn't drop, rebound Moller. Thought about the outlet pass to Miller-Joes, but thought better of it. Now banging bodies with Ingram, who's going to be called for the foul. That'll be his third, as he took the chair out from underneath him.
Bit of a risk there for Otago. They seem to be just allowing England to shoot the three ball. He hasn't been successful as of yet, but as we saw last week against Southland, or on Saturday on Southland, he can catch fire very quickly.
Yeah. 0-4 from beyond the arc so far. Davison 0-5, and both of those players were hot at TSB Arena on Sunday against the Sharks as they exploded, particularly in that third quarter. 40-point quarter it was against the then top of the table Sharks. Saw them slip to third. Of course, the Sharks getting the business done last night, eventually against the Tauranga Whai, so they've advanced to Final Four matchup with the Rams. As good defense there by Pepper as Tuach tried to sell the foul and threw it up. Pepper making sure he was out of the landing space. Ingram inside to Hantu. Has the mismatch with Tuach but can't finish. Another rebound, Moller.
Yeah, it's usually cash money for Jordan with the little baby hook there, but couldn't get it down.
Lear unable to pick up the steal. Nuggets still with it. Rusbatch now for three. In and out. Tuach with the rebound. Crashing the O boards. Well, the Joes now. Spin move working baseline. Nice touch off the glass.
Missed the fundamentals. Nice little drop step.
Nuggets trying to stay in this one. Playing for their season here at Te Rauplaha Arena. Pepper for three. No good. Louis, nice spin move on Pepper. Kicks it out to Miller Joes now. Tuach all alone for three. Threes just not dropping for either side. And they haven't all night.
Otago been getting some good looks.
Nuggets heading into this quarter were shooting 13% from beyond the arc. Just 2 of 15. Well, Saints were better, but not spectacular. 5 of 18 before this period. Hunt this time for three. This time it drops, as you can hear by the crowd.
Yeah, Jordan always ready to shoot the ball. Great read from
Tuach inside this one. Wanted the and one. Not getting it as he rode the contact and finished.
He's bouncy.
Yeah, we talk about Davison being athletic. Tuach as well. In their own ways. Foul there called by Hunt as he tried to dispossess Tuach as he cleared down the court. As you see a replay of the front on three from Jordan Hunt.
You don't want to give Jordan that much space.
And stop that run of missed threes from both sides.
So awesome to see Adana Robinson and Arthur Pilcher get their opportunities on the big stage.
In big games, of course, NBL elimination final. Turnaround is good.
Straight vet shot there.
Need more of that.
No time to waste.
Makes it a 12-point game. Pepper this time turns down the three. Good steal by Louis, who takes on Davison and finishes. Again, doesn't get the foul call. Good strength by Louis, who stares down the official. Death stare as a timeout is called.
He wanted
the deficit is cut to 10. I think they had a fair case both times. See a replay here. It would have been before the shot, but I think there's a fair case. There was hand. It wasn't too much.
I think you let that roll. If you miss it, then maybe call a late one. But yeah, Otago on a bit of a run here. Saints got to stop the bleeding. They've sort of gone away from their offensive sets. May have been a result of Hiram taking that rest. Let's see if that changes or they bring Hiram in. Ingram's had his opportunity to go to work and hasn't been able to convert consistently. This has opened a window up for Otago.
Yeah, they've got an opportunity to cut the deficit to single digits.
Coach Sparrow needs a singlet. Give him a singlet, put some shorts on him, get him out there. I'm sure he would be able to play.
Probably takes as many steps as a lot of the players throughout the game. Patrolling the sideline here. As we're out of that timeout, Saints possession. 10-point ball game. Tick under 6 minutes remaining in this NBL elimination final. Who will play the Auckland Tuatara in the semi-finals? There's an offensive foul called on Akesha Lear, and he's got his death stare now. In disbelief is Lear.
I think referee Sampan called the shuffle of the feet right there before the charge, so at least he didn't pick up the foul.
A reminder as well that Tauihi memberships are live. The 2026 GJ Gardner Holmes Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa season tips off the 25th of September, and memberships are now available across all 5 teams. Secure your place in the stands. Get behind your team throughout the season with special membership offers available now for a limited time. Scan the QR code on screen and get amongst it. The GJ Gardner Holmes Tauihi Basketball Aotearoa season coming soon here on Sky Sport.
Crucial couple of positions for Otago here to try and cut into the lead.
The block by Alea, staying active on Mola, who now shoots the 3. Doesn't drop. Alea with the rebound. Davison, patient, nice bounce pass to Pepper, and that drops. 11th assist for Carlin Davison. And he just keeps racking up the points as Elijah Pepper. He now has 28.
Well, a couple of things happened. Hiram Harris was injected into the game, so I think his leadership and his poise sort of comes into play. They definitely executed that side pick and roll perfectly.
A reminder to get your vote in for the Sal's NBL Fans MVP. Scan that QR code as well. A few contenders here, of course, in this game, and we'll follow in the Final 4 this weekend as well, when the Auckland Tuatara and the Canterbury Rams start their finals action. Tuash with a turnaround. Short. Pepper unable to control the rebound, and the little floater is good from Tuash. He now has 18 points.
Bardsley just keeping that ball alive, doing what he does. High level of motor and activity, and he's a pest. He's just attached to Elijah Pepper.
Davison trying to find Ingram, wasn't there, but he picks up the scraps, goes up and finishes. Bit of a grimace after the basket as well.
Noticed the same thing last against Southland, maybe experiencing some cramping.
Louis, short, rebound eventually, Hiram Harris, who brings it up the floor and settles it down. Ingram calls for calm. Pepper, shot clock down to single digits.
Otago looking to switch.
Pepper loses the handle momentarily, then goes up, and from there he just does not miss Troy McLean.
It was all part of his plan. Just going to fumble the ball through the middle of 2 people, and they're all going to think that I'm going to turn it over and then hit you with a runner.
And he now has 31, which is pretty much bang on his average against the Nuggets this season. Good quick basket down the other end for Ethan Rutschbach.
Great read by Ethan. Recognized the top lock and just quickly cut to the hoop.
Pass. No, look, pass from Davison. Pepper then gives it off to Alea. Davison won the crowd to get into this game here. As the Saints now up by 15. As they were at 3/4 time. Timeout called by the Nuggets. And this is getting to final chance saloon for them. They need stops. They need quick baskets. They now Troy, if they're to make this another close contest, because the Saints comfortable at the moment.
Yeah, I'm sure they have a couple of options defensively to try and extend and create a little bit more chaos to speed the ball, speed the possession up, but that takes a lot of time to build, and you have to build those habits. My belief is that's why the Saints are actually good in these moments, because they play that way the whole time. I think the Saints will be looking to really be poised and absorb the pressure and use their pressure releases to be able to put themselves into scoring opportunities. But it wouldn't surprise me if they just kill the ball a little bit, pull it out, run their offensive set once they get past the wall of noise and disruption that Coach Aaron alluded to at the start of the game.
Davison has 15 points to go with 11 assists. Elijah Pepper continues to lead all scorers with 31. Akisha Lear also has 12. While for the Nuggets, Tuash with 18. Rusbatch 15. Barsley 10 are their leading scorers on the floor right now. Moller with 13 boards to go with his 7 points. Rusbatch also 8 boards, as does Tuash. What can they come up without the timeout? Otago Nuggets. Hunt. Dispossess Moller. Out of bounds it goes.
17, a lot of time, 17, here we go.
Neither side in the penalty. Plenty of fouls to give as we approach the final 3 minutes of the Sal's NBL elimination final. Tuash going to work on Harris, which is a tough contest. Wayward shot.
Hiram's been a defensive demon for the Saints, especially in this fourth quarter. Really changed the game.
Another disrupted shot from Harris. It's been several. Bardsley attacking Davison, throws it up, and one opportunity from Matt Bardsley. Don't know if he knew too much about it, but drew the contact, threw it up, and he'll get the opportunity to turn it into a three-point play. And these are the baskets the Nuggets need. Some free points as well, and the clock has stopped, Troy.
Yeah, the clock stopped as well, so great move. Got him with the left to right overcross and enough space to get that shot off the glass.
Unable to convert the three-point play, though.
Yeah, so
Saints working through the pressure.
As long as Saints can absorb that pressure, they will look to then.
And wanting to use all of the shot clock now. As Davison goes inside. That was a finger roll finish. Beautifully done. As he found the lane was open for him. Attacked that quick first step, brushed off his defender. And the help didn't arrive in time. Just too strong on Bardsley.
Two quick steps on the rim.
Tuash for three. Just needs to drop. In and out. Rebound Saints, and Pepper will take his time. Harris now over half court.
They'll get it through some hands. Otago look
Pepper
pretty indifferent with things now.
Behind the back pass to Davison. Quick touch pass to Hunt, who wasn't able to pull it in.
Well, I thought he passed it to himself.
Full court pass for Louis, and he couldn't haul it in. Louis grimaced after that one, but will stay in. Miller-Joes comes in for Tuash. The Nuggets. Pressure continuing from the Nuggets, which of course they need stops. Need points as well, but they need to get the ball.
I think that's a wrap, Brendan. It'd be very difficult for the Nuggets to.
Yeah. Coach Jeff Sparrow hasn't thrown in the towel yet, though.
I don't think it's in his nature.
Still got. In fact, he's just checking back his 2 starters. So bench players that were on the floor, and Bardsley and Miller Joes have checked back out, and in come Thatapaese and Ethan Rusbach, or Tuash rather. There's Harris, unsuccessful with the first from the Chemist Warehouse stripe. As you see there, Coach Sparrow patrolling sideline in front of his bench. Harris knocks down the second. 16-point advantage now for the Saints.
Love to see that level of coaching, Coach Sparrow.
Tuash, spin move inside.
Especially in New Zealand.
It's converted.
I mean, he has to be our MVP, I would say.
Yeah, you can't look past him. Oh. Big all-round performance again from Davison with his assist, but in a relatively low-scoring game for the Saints. 33 points. Elijah Pepper doing what he does. One of the few who have been able to shoot it from beyond the arc as well. It's been a tough scoring night from beyond the arc for both sides. But Elijah Pepper has had success. 3 of 8 from beyond the arc. Only player with better percentages, Kesha Lear with 2 of 4. Otherwise, 0 of 5 from Davison, 0 of 4 from Ingram. As far as the starters go. Timeout on the floor. 13-point advantage to the Saints. 31.9 seconds remaining. The Saints on course to play the Auckland Tuatara in the Final 4 on Saturday for a place in the grand final the following week. A quick turnaround, of course, for the Saints. Tuatara have been waiting for their opponent since Sunday when they secured top spot. So it'll be a tough ask for the Saints. Season meetings were split 1 apiece. The home side winning both. The Saints have had good momentum and will take a lot from that performance against the Southland Sharks, particularly Troy.
Yeah, and even this game, like Tuatara will be doing their homework, making sure that they do the scout and recognize what works, what doesn't work.
So confirming now MVP is Elijah Pepper. Troy will grab him post-game. Ingram inside and finishes.
Saints extending pressure.
You'd love to see the starters still out there as well. Fighting to the very end are the Otago Nuggets, playing to the final whistle. Bardsley is checked in for the final 15.3 seconds here as Coach Young has got his rapid league side out there. The bench. Alana Robertson trying to find Mercury Nonu, throwing it away.
Coach Aaron Young with the death stare.
Yeah, standards remain the same no matter who's on the floor for the Wellington Saints. So Gold, Nonu, Blackmore, Robertson and Pilcher on the floor for the Saints. Well, 4 of the 5 starters plus Barnsley on the floor for the Otago Nuggets. Tuach, Mola, Rosbach and Louis joining Barnsley. He's one of the first men off the pine for Coach Sparrow anyway. So playing to the final whistle are the Nuggets. For 3, Mola in and out. He's had a few of them. But that will do us. The Mills Albert Wellington Saints are marching on to the Final 4. The reigning champs' title defence is alive. They will now play the Auckland Tuatara for a place in the grand final on Saturday. Unfortunately for the Otago Nuggets, they put out a great fight all season. They played to the final whistle, but they have fallen just short here this afternoon. It is the Wellington Saints with a 13-point advantage. The Saints pulling clear in the third quarter and holding on for a 94-81 victory. Elijah Pepper, our MVP, 33 points for him. A great all-round scoring show from the league's leading scorer, as he always does. 33 points for Elijah Pepper, 12 of 21 shooting, 3 of 8 from beyond the arc. Also had 5 rebounds and 4 assists to go with that. And he'll make his way shortly to Troy McLean. Other contributors, Carlin Davison with 17 points, Kesha Lear with 12, 11 to Dante Ingram as well. As we will soon grab Troy McLean. Elijah Pepper just joining in the huddle with the Wellington Saints as Hiram Harris, no doubt saying we're not done yet. Let's recover. We move on to the Final 4 as I appreciate the fans here at Te Raupeha Arena, and Troy McLean is with Elijah Pepper.
All the things you spoke about in the half-time, you guys executed in the second half. What are you going to do in terms of your preparation for Tuatara? Can you give us some insight into that preparation?
You know, we weren't really worried about Tuatara tonight. We were worried about Otago. We'll watch game film probably tomorrow morning and start the prep. So we'll see what AY's got to say. But we weren't really focused on Tuatara tonight. We were focused on Otago.
And how's the body after that one?
Oh, it feels great. I feel good. No stresses there. I feel great. I think everybody feels good. Just happy to be moving on.
Good luck with the next one, brother. Appreciate it.
There, Elijah Pepper with our man Troy McLean. MVP performance from the Australian. His rookie season has lit up the league. Part of the highest scoring offense in the game in the Wellington Saints in 2026. As the reigning champions move on from the second elimination final here at Te Raupeha Arena. And there we see the Saints will move on. They will play the Tuatara. That TBC is no more. They will play the Auckland side, top of the table side, in the semi-final on Saturday. The Rams will play the Sharks on Sunday in the second semi-final. The winners move on to the grand final the following week. As here is the tail of the tape, Troy McLean.
Yeah, 33 points from Elijah Pepper. Didn't want to give us any insight into the Tuatara game, which I think is smart. But yeah, Tuach with 22, Davison 17. But the rebounds Mola had with a big 14. Jordan Hunt coming off the bench, getting 11, big contribution from him. But everyone else lending their wares towards the rebounds.
Yeah, team rebounding is very much a case for the Wellington Saints. Davison with those 11 assists as mentioned. Louis ended up with 10 as well. Special mention to him. Harris with 3 blocks. I think they all came in the final quarter. Alia with 3 as well, and Miller Joes and Tuach, 2 blocks apiece for them. And they came in the first half. Alia with 4 steals, the big man with the active hands. Harris doing it all defensively. He had 3 steals as well, and 2 also. Special mention to Jordan Hunt, as the Wellington Saints celebrating here at Te Raupeha Arena in Porirua, moving from their usual home, but a home floor which is kind to them again, and that is their home season done. They move on to the Final 4 on Saturday night. A big thank you to our team here, our director Richard, our camera crew of Matt, Jess and Dimitri, to Troy McLean for his expert comments. I'm Brenton Vanessa-Roy, wishing everyone a good evening, and let's look forward to those Sal's NBL Final Four this weekend.
Thanks, everyone.